All right, guys, what up, what up, what up? You're back on another episode of Down at the Bar. I'm your host with the most, capital E. Sorry, I've been away for a little while. I haven't uploaded anything new. I've had some stuff going on, but...
Masturbating.
Who told? who told? No, my last couple shows didn't work out. One of them, the audio, we couldn't get it right. We decided to just completely get rid of that show. But we will redo it. I apologize to Nick and Kat, who were my lovely guests that evening. But unfortunately, the sounds did not go as planned because of there was some construction going on, I guess, above us up here. And not only that, but there was not hecklers, I guess, but there were some people in the room over there being loud, really loud. And one guy even walked in here, and it was like, oh shit, and walked back out. And it was like,
fucking idiot.
Well, it's like,
what a fucking douchebag.
That guy's
how do you not see that there's people in here recording? You know what I mean?
Dude, there's some good drugs on the market right now. Like,
he might have been on one of those good drugs. What is it? Fentanyl? Is that a thing now?
Yeah.
Just head down to Guelph.
Bath salt, fentanyl. Yeah, that's a pretty methed up place.
That's for sure.
Messed up, right? Yeah.
Methed up.
What is that, a pun? Is this puns?
It's a pun, but it's kind of reality too.
Tweaker Town reality, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's good.
I can agree for sure. You gotta stay away from me. Yeah, drugs are bad, you know.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Okay. Oh boy.
That's great. What's that from again?
That's from South Park.
South Park.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad. Yeah, it's Mr. Mackey.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad. Yeah, drugs.
Drugs bad. Okay.
That guy kills me. He's one of my favorite side characters. In that
Yeah, I
show.
gotta agree too. It's just his fucking whole shtick. It is like one of those, like, you definitely want like a good stereotype, typical like counselor. Like, yeah, oh, I see.
I wish I
Okay.
had a principal or a vice principal like Mr. Mackey when I was growing up.
Right? I wish we all had... I wish I had some better teachers, but, you know.
Did anyone have a Mr. Garrison? That's a real question now.
No,
I don't.
That
think
would
I
have been
either.
that would have
been interesting.
That would have been epic.
Fuck my
I think there might be more like, you know, actual legit Mr. Garrisons nowadays too. Maybe.
My favorite...
That's my prediction right now.
My favorite episode with Mr. Garrison was the one where Mr. Mackey thought he was traumatized by his dad molesting him, but it turned out that Mr. Garrison was actually upset because his dad would not molest him.
He did, yeah,
Such a good episode.
because he didn't get molested. He was like cheesed. Yeah, I remember that. That's a classic. That's a classic. He's upset that he didn't get molested. It's like, what's wrong with me? Yeah, you know what I mean? Anyways, so without further ado, we will dive into the two topics today.
Wait, hold on. Who's on the show?
Oh my God, you're right. It's been so long. I forgot how to. I forgot how to.
Yo, you running the show, bro?
Yeah.
I forgot how to open up my own show. I apologize.
So over here to my left is capital E. if you forgot, 'cause I don't even think you introduced yourself either.
I did.
And over to my right is the capital E.
You're right. I did not. Well, I think I introduced myself, but not you guys. But, you know, just in case, maybe I didn't. I'm capital E. This is Down at the Bar. If you haven't realized that yet, your loss. Anyways, to my left, but also pretty much across from me, Matt. Thanks for coming
That's
back.
a mindfuck.
A second-time contributor.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks for having me on the show once again.
Yeah, anytime, man. You're welcome, more than welcome. And we got on my right, we got Will, about a fourth-time contributor.
Yeah, I'm a regular almost. I guess I'm a seasonal regular.
You're
I don't know
definitely-
I don't even know what to consider myself.
You're definitely seasoned. I would consider, yeah.
I'm like that. You know what? I've pretty much made like every Friday or Saturday. I'm the weekend guest.
Yeah, you are the weekend guy. Yeah, the weekend is in the house. You know, if anyone wants to know, the weekend is here today.
Fridays with Free Willy.
I like that.
Oh no! It's just gonna be a coin turn.
I
man.
like that.
No.
Will is almost a regular. He's almost a regular. He's here every Fridays.
No.
So we will now dedicate Fridays to Will.
Great. My mom used to always call me that. Like,
Fridays with Free Willy.
Oh
That's
shit!
how we're doing it.
Oh, my mom used to cheer me on all the time, call me Free Willy, like any sports I played, like soccer, curling, anything.
Go
oh my
Free
god!
Willy.
I can't believe I just dug my own grave. You know what? I'm not a contributor anymore. Peace.
Will's out. Will's out. He doesn't want to be called Free Willy anymore. That's gonna be. You should start a YouTube channel or something. Call yourself Free Willy.
Oh my god.
Fuck it. That's funny.
You know what? Fucking Fridays with Free Willy.
Free Willy representing Marine Land.
Oh, buddy.
So, without further ado, we will dive into these two topics here. The first one.
Oh
Actually,
no.
both of them are.
Dive. Fuck. Oh my god. The memes are coming real now.
Both of them are good. Both of them have good content. So we have quite a bit of a conversation coming up our way.
Oh.
So, now starting like usual, starting clockwise. Matt, starting with you.
Yeah.
Would you rather go to jail for 10 years or have your pinky removed, or amputated, not like cut off, amputated, on both hands? Tell us why.
Well, for one thing, I'm a little bit disappointed that we're not able to talk about your weekend masturbation, but
Guilty. I mean, if the shoe fits.
If the shoe fits, yeah, you get foot fungus. But in this case, you get like bloody gonorrhea because I don't know if
In
you,
this
the
ca-
shoe.
What?
I didn't know where I was going.
Scrotum fungus, maybe.
well, in this case, if I choose
Scrotum.
jail, I might just get like some really intense rectal bleeding. In which case, I'm gonna have to go with my finger. It was my pinky fingers. You said?
Yes, both pinkies.
Yeah, I'd probably have both my pinkies amputated because it's a one-time deal where that happens, whereas jail is a lifetime of trauma,
All over
and
10
you're gonna
years,
be
though. Oh, okay.
reliving that shit once you get out. So,
How long is 10 years, really?
how long is 10 years? Have you ever been to jail before? Have you ever spent a night in jail?
No,
You're right.
I-
I have not. I have
Okay,
not.
because like
Well, he has been to jail before. He has actually been to jail.
Oh, I've been to jail. I worked in a prison.
oh, you worked in a prison. Okay, yeah,
Actually,
fair.
shit, you went to a prison. Fuck, that's even hardcore.
That is even more hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But
Hardcore.
And I was arrested once for being drunk, but so,
Yeah.
but I didn't go,
Shame,
nothing
got a
happened out of that.
citation. It's all right.
Public urinating,
Oh
the
my God,
greatest
let's not
offense
even
of
go.
all time.
Oh man, maybe another time we'll go into that story. Not right now though.
well, I
We
mean,
will.
I'll save it for a good time.
getting your pinkies amputated is a one-time deal. Yeah, sure, you'll look down and only see 4s on your hand, but on each of your hands. But in jail, you're fighting for survival every single day, right?
Okay.
And so,
So you'd rather
Having-
deal with the one-time deal, pinkies snipped.
yeah, one-time deal rather than a lifetime of trying to survive. Well, 10 years is not a lifetime. 10 years is 10 years, like you said. But once you get out, too, I mean, it'll be hard to reintegrate yourself into society. And a large portion of the crime we have is related to people who are poverty-stricken. And what happens when you're in jail? Well, you can't make money while you're in jail, can you? And then who's going to hire you once you're out of jail?
Well, if you're good, if you're a model prisoner, and you know what, you can actually make money in jail.
It is possible.
It is
it's
possible, but
difficult.
you're never gonna actually get like minimum wage or anything like that. Like jail wage is like you might make like $1.25 an hour,
Yeah.
something like that. Like I know in California jails they actually, when it's like firefighting season, they actually deploy prisoners, put them on to fight the fires as well. So actually you can actually look this up. It's like I think like 15 or 20%. Don't quote me, but it's actually a decent chunk of prisoners actually fight the fires. But they do get paid. If correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I read they did get paid, but it's like $2 like for an hour or something like that. So they get a little bit of compensation. But yeah, in all honesty, they're just used as pawns at that point.
And that's a good idea for them to do that. Right?
Yeah, it's
so
like
that way they're
rehabilitation.
contributing to society
in a good way.
in a good way. Right?
And they're also kind of like the kind of the morbid way of thinking of it is they're I guess more expendable because people always look down on prisoners. So I mean if you look at that aspect, like
Well, also considering their wage, too. That's
yeah,
to
and that
say.
too. I mean the state loves it because it's like they're they don't have to pay like full on firefighter wage for a good like 20% of people.
Yeah. Okay, I hear that. And Matt, I appreciate your answer. Is that all you have to say on the matter?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, cool. Will, let me hear what you have to say.
Oh, complete opposite. I would actually take 10 years of butt trauma to save my pinkies.
Butt
no
trauma.
lie. No lie. No. No lie though. Seriously though, like I play drums. You need your pinkies for
Okay.
manipulating the sticks and stuff like that. Like do ghost hits and flams and whatever not.
What about
So-
the drummer of Def Leppard, though?
Yeah, no,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
he's a-
that
well, he's-
guy's a beast, man. That guy
Well,
can wail.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got one full hand, right? So,
Yeah, good point.
I mean, he's still got his pinky. He can do a lot of, the rebound shots and whatever not.
Could still
I mean,
roll,
like,
too.
yeah,
And
I
de-
could still do it, but, like, I mean, the pinky really, because, like, I mean, no one can actually see me, like, in the the interwebs land or whatever, but, like, the best way to get, like, rebound shots is, like, have your thumbs forward, like, right at, like, the fulcrum of the stick. And, like, then you kind of actually, like, roll your fingers like that. And, like, the pinky's, like, right at the back. And it, like, manipulates, the motion going up and down from the fulcrum and stuff like that, where your thumbs are, so you can get good rebound and stuff like that. So like losing the pinky to me is just a terrible like that would actually make drumming a lot harder for me. And in all honesty, like I don't want to lose my pinkies for that reason. Drumming's important for me,
Cool.
even though I haven't played in a while. Like my kid's kind of sitting there. I even shared I saw a photo. 4 years ago when I bought some shit for my drums, depressed the fuck out of me. I'm not even gonna lie, but I digress. That's my reasoning. That's it. So
No, fair enough, and that's a good
kind
answer.
of rambled a bit, but hey,
No,
no, seriously,
that's-
it's all about drumming for me.
We want to
so.
hear about what you have to say, and a good answer, very good answer, very thorough. The one thing I do like the Def Leppard comment, but one thing I do have to add to the Def Leppard comment is like, I mean, the guy was the drummer for Def Leppard.
Yeah,
So
that's-
clearly he was fucking top notch, right? Like,
Def
pretty-
Leppard. Well, I'm not really big on glam music personally.
Yeah,
but
same here.
I like Def Leppard.
I mean, some
I
Def
like
Leppard
Def Leppard.
songs
I
are
like
okay.
Def Leppard. I did myself. But I mean, like the guy made it to mainstream, right to the top, right?
Yeah,
you
for
can't
sure.
you can't get really any bigger than that kind of status, right? I mean, you could be of Rolling Stones, I suppose, who might be a bit bigger because they're still around. But like, other than that, like that's the highest you can go.
Well, you can be at that status, but be on your knees half the time. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know much about the rock and roll life, but anyways, but my turn, capital E's turn. I would also prefer to go to prison. Why?
Oh, no,
because
shit.
why? Because
You like sticking your pinky up your ass?
no, I feel like
Well, you got the most experience here, bud.
I feel like I'm not gonna lie. There's a small part of me that kind of wants to see what it's like, and I feel like I could survive. I know I'm a small guy and all this stuff.
Man, you've watched way too much Oz.
That's
like,
what
too
it
many
is.
fucking times, dude. You know what the worst part is? I've listened to like the rest of the podcast. You bring it up so much. Like, how I shouldn't even like. Honestly, I should have just fucking known as soon as you said that. Like Oz. Your answer should have been, I want to go to prison because Oz.
That's why I got the
save the breath, buddy. Save the breath.
That's why I got the job. That's why I got the job at the prison.
Oh my god. You walk into your interview. So what are your qualifications? Well, I watched this one TV show
I've seen
on
Oz.
HBO.
Yeah.
Oz, yeah. Yeah, man. Like,
I love that show. I will advocate for Oz all day, every day, cuz.
If you ever go back to, was it at Milton Heights you were at?
No, I was at it was in Milton. It was
Maplehurst.
Maplehurst, yeah, that's what I- that's what I
and
built
Vanian.
in.
maximum security, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Not Maximum,
I think
but-
the singer of Headley was being transported there. That's what I had heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So maybe if you want,
Wasn't it
You want to go back and interview the lead singer of Headley?
no, I'm just kidding. You don't want to have him as your buddy. I mean, he's probably getting the shit kicked out of him.
Oh, he won't be my friend. He
Yeah.
would just be my subject, and I would
He'd be
write.
my
What
subject.
did he go to jail for? Was it like sexual assault allegations?
Yeah,
or like that were
minors.
proven? Minors? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
He's
bottom
fucked.
feeder. He's the bottom feeder.
Which, how pathetic can you be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get any girl in the world you want, and you're gonna do that. Apparently, he was setting up Tinder dates.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Dude.
While he was on tour. That's what I heard.
Yeah, no, he never got out of high school,
First-
obviously.
It's
His mind never
absolutely-
left high
it's
school.
Absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, and Will pretty much explained it. Like, I would rather go to prison because of Oz. I feel like that's what prison is like.
That's hilarious. 'Cause even that odds joke that I dropped in the chat too, and it's just you probably even just like obviously you made the poll a long time ago, but like just because I did that joke, you had to do that question. Yeah, I know you, buddy.
I had to.
I know you.
I love it. And you got to finish the series, man, so we can talk about it.
I know it's like the last
So-
it's the last episode. I watched like 20 minutes of it.
That-
And I never finished it. Like I
got-
never got the finale.
You got to restart and just do it
Dude,
all
I got
over
to.
again.
I'm gonna. I need to get Crave. It's still on Crave, right?
I can give you my credentials.
Okay.
for
Well,
it.
fuck yeah. Man.
I'll do it after this
binge
show.
It, man. I'll literally binge it.
But anyways, without further ado, I will get into what the polls came in. Will, they tell us we are wrong. Actually,
Well, it's because these pussies.
we had 30 people vote in total. 24 people chose amputate, 6 chose prison. Of the people that chose prison,
Hard
Fi-
motherfuckers.
5 guys, 1 girl. Of the people that chose amputate, 7 guys, 17 girls.
Wow.
So, of the entire amount of girls
Really?
Of the entire amount of girls that voted, 94.4% would rather be amputated, whereas 5.6 would rather go to prison. That's only 1 girl. For the guys, we had 13 that voted. 58.3%, which is 7 guys, would rather be amputated, whereas 41.7, which is 5, would rather go to jail. So most people would rather be amputated, but when it comes to the guys and girls, a lot more guys would rather go to prison.
Same with girl. Oh no, a lot
Well,
more
you
guys.
think about it, I mean, prison-
5 to 7, right?
You can go get a degree in prison if you want.
You
I
actually
mean,
could,
like,
yeah. There's a lot of rehabilitation programs and a lot of prisons and stuff like that. It's not just, well, like, I mean, it depends where you are in the world too, obviously, right? But like,
Yeah.
in Canada for sure, there's a lot of rehabilitation programs. Like, you know, you can get pretty much any degree in like any prison now. There's huge education
Well,
funds.
does this
Fuck, man, I should just stab you and go get a degree.
exactly right?
Yeah, why are we here at Sheridan,
what's
man?
stopping us? Let's
Why
go.
are we here?
Let's go live Oz, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Go live Oz. I love it.
But do these results mean anything to you, or do you think it's just?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people want to go to jail, and like, you know, like because of the stereotypes and like, you know, there's mass murderers, rapists, like, you know, there's a lot of really fucked up people in prison. Like,
course.
my reason is for going to prison is because of, you know, not because of anything like really fucked up. I just kind of would love to have my pinkies for drumming. That's it. It's actually, a lot of people won't understand that, but like for me, that's important.
And the good thing about the pinkies, which I can definitely hear, is that once you get them amputated, which, by the way, key word here is amputated. If they're not getting cut off. This is, you amputated is you're going into surgery and you go to sleep with your pinkies on, you wake up and they're gone. You know, so it's like you're not feeling pain really.
Mhm.
You know,
yeah, that's actually, yeah.
there's an inconvenience of having no pinkies and,
Well, yeah, I
and
don't
a
want that
deformity. But once it's done, it's done. right?
Also, yeah, I like to play, you know, a lot of video games too. You need that extra grip.
yeah.
Those pinkies, or like you especially if you're like a PC master racer.
Eric
man.
definitely needs that extra grip, let
Yeah.
me tell you.
I do. Anyways, so I think that pretty much kind of sums it up for what we think about whether you'd rather go to jail for 10 years or have both pinky fingers removed on both hands. Most people, with the exception of me and Will and the 6 people that agreed with us, would rather be amputated.
6 hard motherfuckers.
6 hard-ass people. Matt, you're not one of them.
No, definitely not.
Anyways, moving on. Second subject. Now, this one we can dive into. We could talk about this all night.
Okay, let's do
We
it.
could.
Wait. Can I do a little bit of a drum roll to introduce
Do
you?
the drum roll. And we are starting with you. So.
Okay.
All right. There's the drum roll. There's the drum roll. All right. That was nice. That actually sounded cool, man. You should be the lead singer of, or lead drummer of Def Leppard.
Singer,
Lead
yeah.
singer.
Lead singer.
Oh,
my
this
God.
guy's
Yeah,
singing.
just-
It's fucking.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
dance it.
Lead drummer of Def Leppard. That sounds fucking.
We will rock you.
Don't sing. Don't ever sing again.
I'm not even
You're not
trying.
coming. You're not coming back on my show.
Yeah, don't pour any sugar on me, Def Leppard.
Anyways, so here we are. Drum roll one more time, please.
My God, yo, are you
So I
gonna
can
pay
dive
me
into
for this?
this.
Are you gonna pay me for this gig now?
Are you gonna pay me for coming on here?
Well, it depends.
What did you
you're
mean
coming
by
on.
that?
Yeah,
miss-
exactly.
Well, at least you're gonna have your pinkies to fucking do that.
Yeah,
All right.
and a lot of time in jail too when you think about it. I mean, you got to pass the time somehow, right?
Are we doing the drum
Okay,
roll?
yeah, sure.
All right, here we go. Starting with Will. All right. Do aliens exist?
Do you want him to redo that?
Okay, another drum roll.
No. We're good. We're good.
No.
Too much anticipation.
Okay.
Capital E stumbled over his lips.
There you go.
Do aliens exist? Yes, they're real. They don't exist. Will, starting with you, and why?
Oh well, they do exist. They
Okay.
do exist, but maybe
course
not
they
like. I'd say they like. Well, okay, and maybe in a physical sense, yeah. There's no way we're the only like floating rock with like perfect like conditions to grow life and stuff like that. There's 100% like where there's definitely more planets like this in the solar system and in the universe. Like I almost think it's stupid to even deny that. So yeah, in sort of way. And that sort of way, yeah, there's definitely like other alien beings out there in the universe.
Okay, cool.
Even in like metaphorical sense too. Fuck, you know what? You have to come back to me. I lost that thought.
No,
God
get
damn.
that thought back. I liked where it was. I liked the seed where it started. Matt, what's up? Aliens.
Aliens. So, if we're talking about from another planet, if you will, I guess.
Any type of life form outside of Earth is essentially an alien.
Any type of life form outside of Earth, yes. So, 100%, yeah. Of course, there are extraterrestrial beings, and probably even on this planet, for all we know. And even the stealth jet that was used with its wings on backwards. I can't remember what it's called, but it was used in the first Gulf War in the early 90s.
I think it's just.
It has stealth technology on it. It's invisible to radar, but
It's just called the stealth bomber. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well,
oh no, there's a designation. I can't remember.
well, anyway, the metal on the ship, they found there's this guy. His name's Philip Schneider. He died under mysterious circumstances, but he was a geologist and an engineer that worked through the CIA, and he was showing a lot of different elements, and he mentioned that the metal that was used was something that was too hard to be anything that was on Earth, and also too light. And it didn't fit any specific kind of metal that existed on our periodic table. So where the hell did that come from?
Interesting.
And this guy was involved in building what are called DUMBs, deep underground military bases. You can look into this. The guy's name is Philip Schneider, for anybody that wants to look into it.
DUMB?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it works. I mean, the acronym works.
And also, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I could even show you some videos on my phone as well. I've seen things in the sky before that move in straight lines at very rapid paces.
Interesting.
No, I've seen some of those videos. Oh, this is like the perfect topic for this guy too.
Yeah?
Not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that you came out for this.
I'm-
Because I also agree with you. I believe aliens do exist. To think that they don't is just, to me, it's just so foolish. You know, I don't think that they look like how they do in the traditional pop culture sense.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they do. That part I don't know. I'm no scientist. But, like, I believe there's life outside of Earth.
Well-
and they found, and all you need, as far as we know, all you need for life is water.
What
correct?
about interdimensional aliens?
Well, we can talk about quantum physics too, and I mean, there's a lot of, I guess, theory, if you will, but when you talk about things that exist beyond a physical sense, I guess now you're going into something spiritual. And quantum physicists say that, like, there's a lot of videos on, like, self-improvement and stuff like that, and a lot of people, they look at what are called doppelgangers of you, other versions of you in other separate dimensions. And there's probably an unlimited number of physical, spiritual, and mental dimensions, and probably some that we wouldn't even be able to dissect on a piece of paper, right? So in response to that, though, like, I mean, to say that there isn't life beyond this Earth is, I think, just ludicrous. And if you even go back to, like, I think it was the 20s or the 30s, the book War of the Worlds, when that was read on the radio.
Yeah, I know the guy's name at the top of my head. He got in a lot of trouble for it. It's gonna come back to me.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. Obviously, I brought up the point, but but yeah, so like people fucking went ballistic and thought that there was an alien invasion. So I mean, I think that a large portion of what we see in Hollywood is definitely fake, but I think it's definitely gearing people up for something, because there will be a time when you can't just continuously deny.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Orson Welles.
Yeah.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Orson Welles. I'm sitting here thinking, what the fuck is this guy's name, man? Orson Welles.
Yeah.
He got in a lot of
sure.
trouble for that. Yeah, because people believed it was real. People thought it was real.
For sure. It's only like a pet theory here that I'm saying, but I feel like that was just kind of a test run to see how people would react, because
So the government was involved, you think?
Yeah, that's honestly what I think there. Yeah, I feel like that was just kind of like a little miniature test, because now if you think about it, let's say that there was some sort of, there's dozens of events, they're just covered up, and fuck, I wouldn't be able to talk about it because I'd probably be dead. But but like for something that happened, say out in almost the middle of nowhere, an area with a lot of mountains, like, I don't know, somewhere out in rural British Columbia or something like that, for something to just happen that would, say, be undeniable to the public, and let's say something were even filmed, is people are so dumbed down. People are just so dumbed down, and a lot of people just don't want to know the truth about anything, even when you talk about, like, a military conflict going on in the world or something. So I feel like if something big were to happen, people will be split between like just total denial of what's in front of them, or people will be told some sort of lie by the government and say, hey, sorry, we've been lying, and the only real truth that they'll admit is extraterrestrials are real, but hey, fuck, we all already know that, so.
Yeah, exactly. So we're all in agreement here. It's unanimous at this table, at least, that aliens probably exist. I can't say do exist because neither one of us are. Neither the three of us are scientists.
Yeah, it's hard to confirm nor
You can't
deny
confirm
it.
it,
You can't
right?
Well,
confirm, you
I'm
can't
gonna
deny
sound
it.
like the fucking nutcase here, who's just gonna say yeah straight up. Like,
I mean,
I can't be the guy that says I'm gonna sit here 50-50 and that's fair. But this is 100% like I guess my topic, if you will, here. And yeah, so after even I could show you videos on my phone, and I hope I don't fucking get executed after this.
Put
But,
it
yeah.
this way: if somebody was to say, "Do aliens exist?" and they put a gun to my head, yes or no, I'd say yes. Can I
Yeah.
confirm 100%? No, because obviously I've never seen one, nor am I a scientist,
Fair enough.
or a government high up agent guy, right?
That's
like
fair
Men
enough.
like Men in Black, you know? Like,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, none of us have that kind of clearance, and hell, even the U.S. president doesn't even have enough clearance to walk into Area 51. It was only in the 1950s, because Roswell had happened in 47. It was only in the early 50s that President Eisenhower threatened his way into Area 51. He said, "I'm gonna actually get the fucking military involved if you don't let me in." So he forced his way in, and people don't know what happened from there.
Interesting.
Like, he's still alive, obviously, but people don't know.
Well, is he
Look
alive
this
still
up.
to this day?
Oh, well, no,
No,
but
he
it's
died
not like he
long
died
ago.
under mysterious circumstances
He
with
he
Area
died
51.
naturally.
Yeah,
years
Yeah,
later.
really-
he died of
Yeah.
natural.
It'd
Yeah,
be- it'd
President
be
Eisenhower
really
died of
hard
natural
to kill the-
causes.
Is
Oh,
it Dwight?
sorry.
Is it Dwight Eisenhower?
Yeah, Dwight Eisenhower. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, he's from the early 50s.
Yeah.
It would be pretty hard to make the president of the United States just
Perish.
literally just
Vanish,
disappear,
vanish.
just completely disappear.
All right.
Fuck, man, they did it to Kennedy.
Oh yeah, and
Didn't just disappear. He was splattered.
Yep.
but he disappeared in a way.
Terrible.
Yeah.
We can joke about it after 50 something years. It was early 50s when it happened, right? Or early 60s. Early 60s.
It was, it was in 61 or 62. He
Yeah.
got killed, but yeah, no, even
Was
right
that at the height of Operation Woodlands?
and now that we are talking,
right at his brains were put
Yeah.
all over his wife.
yeah, for sure. But I was just gonna
that's
say,
sad.
like, I'm glad that Kennedy was brought up because he didn't talk specifically about extraterrestrials, but if you just listen to his final speech before he died, every sentence is thoroughly just thought out. And his first sentence, he says, "We're opposed by a ruthless and monolithic conspiracy." So, I mean, when you think about that, do those people, if we are opposed by a ruthless and monolithic conspiracy, do you think that they would really want us to even think or even know about the existence of said beings from stars or
No.
from other galaxies?
Which tells me that an agency like Men in Black probably does exist.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That we just don't know about it because we are just the little guys, right?
Yeah, no,
And they're
The-
probably not the galaxy's defenders either.
Anyways,
boy.
so I'll quickly read the statistics here. We had 24 people turn out for the vote. 14 people said yes, they are real. 10 people said no. I'm surprised that, yes, they are real, had more votes, but I'm still surprised that there's 10 people of the 24 that say that they don't exist. So is it denial or is it just, it's just not possible?
Well, some people, because I've gotten into pretty big conversations about this, and also we were talking about quantum physics and spirituality a little bit too. I've gotten into some pretty big discussions with people with these topics, and some people literally just get so frustrated and try their hardest to avoid it. Like, to be honest with you, my dad, for instance, he saw something in the sky when he was with my Uncle Dave, and my Uncle Dave said, "Fuck no, that's light reflecting off a solar panel." Well, solar panels actually fucking absorb light. You're just trying to look for a way out of it because you're afraid of reality.
Okay, cool. Good answer. So,
Oh, I remembered my thought.
going back to Will, what's your
No,
thought?
it's you know what? In all honesty, Matt pretty much covered my thoughts.
Well, just say
Matt-
it.
yeah,
You
Matt-
might as well.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just like when it comes to like like I've heard a lot of talk about people who are like take ayahuasca or DMT. The drug brings you to like another dimension where you'll be talking to very profound like esoteric beings and whatever not. So like I guess an example I would talk about, or I can think of it on the top of my head rather, is like Joe Rogan. He's talked to because he's got this guy like he's apparently got like liters and beyond like gallons and gallons of DMT. He bought a bunch before it was banned by the not the
FDA?
FDA. Was it the FDA? Yeah, FDA.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
before it was totally legal. You could buy it anywhere on the market, and he bought like gallons because they said they were gonna criminalize it. or maybe not criminalize it, maybe just ban it for sale, because I think you could still actually legally possess it. You just can't buy it. Anyhow,
Because
he just talks about his experiences and how like every time he actually smokes DMT, like he ends up in the same sort of dimension, talking and seeing the same sort of beings. It's a very like reoccurring pattern. Like you'll talk like. I don't know. He's never really 100% like described it in detail.
Well, with hallucinogenics, a lot of the chemicals that are apparent are stimulate. Besides DMT itself, like a lot of other hallucinogenics, like mushrooms and stuff, stimulate the DMT within our brain as well as
pituitary
serotonin,
gland.
and your pituitary gland, your third eye chakra, if you will. But
third eye.
But
Nomad Studios,
serotonin
plug.
and DMT are also quite apparent when you're sleeping, right? So that's why I think about the mind like a dimension in that sense too, right? So I was going back to our quantum physics.
Physics, yeah.
Little thing there.
It's too much science for capital E. He can't take any much more of this. But yeah. So of the people that voted yes, they are real. 4 guys, 10 girls. Said the people that voted they don't exist. 3 guys, 7 girls. So of the 17 girls that voted, 58.8% said yes, they are real. 41.2% said no. Of the 7 guys that voted, 57.1% said yes, they are real, and 42.9% said no. So we obviously had way more girls turn out for this vote. But
well, all the ladies are attracted to you. Of course, there'd be more ladies around.
They like you like.
I wish. Capital
They
E
like
wishes.
with
With these 2 players in the house, Matt
yeah.
and Will, forget about it.
Nice, what's up?
This is capital D right here.
Yo, I'm Free Willy.
Capital D and Free
I'm
Willy.
a Free Willy, you know. My Willy is free.
That could be a porno.
Free. Yeah, like
Free Willy gets capital D'd.
That was too good. Sorry.
Oh shit, man. Oh fuck.
But more girls voted, but more people colossally are for yes, they are real, and I agree with this. You know, I'm surprised it's actually so close. I figured more people would just acknowledge the fact that aliens are probably in existence, unless you have proof. You can't say for sure 100%. Yeah, but it's you know.
There's aliens that exist in America right now.
Who? Oh,
Legal
illegal aliens. Yeah.
Oh boy, well, I mean,
though-
it's just Southern Americans.
I was
and
just
stuff
gonna
like
say,
that, but still,
well,
it's a joke. Chill, people. It's a joke. Chill.
You use the word proof there, and I was just
Millennial
gonna
bubble
say,
wrap.
you fucking thief! I said that, but
I know.
but yeah, you use the word proof there, and a lot of people when they ask for proof, they look for something material or something maybe recorded, if you will, and like those are very legal ways, if you will, usually used in the courtroom. That's what they would deem as proof. But like for instance, if we were sitting here, if all of us we're sitting in a circle and all 3 of us are mediums and we're talking about what we dealt with while we meditated, there is no form of proof any single one of us can even present to one another. It's a matter of feeling and emotion, right?
Fair enough.
So, but that's different using your intuition. But getting on, though, with the aspect of proof for something material, like if we're going to talk about these extraterrestrials, none of us have access to, none of us have any high clearance security in any sort of paramilitary force,
exactly.
right?
So you never
we're
know.
we're not going to have access to that, but at the end of the day, I mean, you can sit here and say we'll never know all we want, but I just think the answer is just like right in front of people's fucking faces. They're just scared.
Yeah. See, the thing is, what I think is like, they tell us, you know, oh, you need water to have life, right? And they
Right.
found pieces of water on Mars, I've heard.
Right.
But what I don't understand is, how do we know that extraterrestrials need water to live? How do we know that they're not so advanced that water is like, we don't need that?
Yeah, well, because like we're a carbon-based life form, and all of Earth has carbon-based life forms. What's to say that there are other life forms that are not carbon-based?
Oh, 100%.
Right?
It might be hydrogen-based for all you know, really explosive beings.
Because or even something more like involving like a similar process, like how a plant uses photosynthesis to absorb like the sun's light. It absorbs the nutrients through the sun's light.
Yeah.
Like again, there are probably so many different kinds of beings, right? And like you said, who's to say that you need water?
For all we know, like, there's probably beings made of elements that, that just don't exist on Earth.
Yeah,
that they're just way out there in the universe. We have no idea what they are.
Well, that's exactly what I was talking about with the fighter jet, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
These guys obviously read up on their periodic table of elements before coming on the show tonight. 'Cause Capital E does not speak in your language. I know H2O means water, and that's about it. But I mean, yeah, I've heard crazy things of theories that aliens sometimes they live amongst us.
Yeah.
I've heard that, like, for example, some theories would even say that aliens are technically in this room right now with us. We just can't see them because they're in a different dimension or whatever.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
we were talking about it.
Yeah, we were talking about quantum physics,
A little
I guess.
interdimensional, yeah.
I can't get into it too much because we have definitely
Yeah.
exceeded time here. That's a whole nother conversation, which I definitely want to have you back on to discuss because you seem to be pretty knowledgeable in this.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind something like that for sure. Anything out of this world, bro.
Out of this world, right? And this show was pretty out of this world, if I may add.
Yeah,
Well, this
maybe we
episode's out of
are
this world.
aliens. Maybe we are the aliens.
Are you an alien? Because you just abducted my heart.
All right. Without further ado, I think we'll wrap it up. Anyone have any closing statements? Will, anything to say to our audience?
Cheerio.
Will
No,
says
okay.
cheerio.
Wait a minute.
In the words of Fox Mulder, trust no one.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I will be the drummer of Def Leppard. Ready?
Wrong song, wrong band.
Pour your sugar on me.
Yeah, but wrong beat though.
No, it's the
now
same
you're just
beat.
dissing Freddie Mercury, and that's not cool. We
No,
don't do
that's
that.
the exact same beat.
No,
The
it's still
exact same beat.
It is the exact same
For
beat.
drums, yeah, it's the
It
exact
sounded
same
more
beat.
like "We Will Rock You."
Yeah,
too.
but it's the same beat. It's the same drum beat.
It's the
Could you
exact
not?
same beat. The only thing that's different
Two
is
kicks
like
on
the
bass,
intro.
Really?
and snare. Yeah. it's the same
Interesting.
beat.
I'm gonna have to go re-listen to those songs. Will, thank you for coming on. Much
No
appreciated
problem, man.
as
Thanks
always.
for having me.
Matt,
Free Willy Fridays, everyone.
Free Willy Fridays.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's what's up.
I don't know if I want to start that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm committed now.
He's committed.
I'm committed.
Free Willy Fridays and Big D to your right.
And Matt, anything for you to say to our audience as we close off here tonight?
Keep your eyes open. That's all I'm gonna say.
You never know who's around. All right, Matt, again, appreciate you coming on the show. You guys are both always welcome. Anyways, that's it for today. Please check out the show. Comment, say what you think about both topics, and subscribe, because why not? Anyways, this is Capital E. We're signing off. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in.